Yo, I feel like as I get older and as I grow up in this world, as I learn more, as I experience things in life myself, and as I experience other people, a lot of the old teachings and things that I knew of the past, I feel like I just have to throw them away because the shit that I'm experiencing, I've never seen it written down anywhere. The shit that I'm experiencing in life is totally brand new. And like all the old teachings that I've listened to and read on and studied, I'm just like my existence pretty much is outside of that because I'm able to do things that I'm not supposed to be able to do according to the old teachings, which can only lead me to believe that the teachings about people like me have been destroyed and are probably nowhere to be found other than within me, other than through the water that flows within me, through the water that was flowing through my ancestors. I feel like there's literally nobody that I can go to because no one that I go to will truly fully can grasp like what I'm saying. You know, like I can't go to no religious leader, I can't go to no spiritual leader, I can't go to anybody because a lot of them are spewing the same thing, whether they're religious or spiritual, whatever they want to call themselves, Scientologists, like a lot of them are like saying the same things, the same shit repackaged, but I'm new shit. Like the shit that I'm on has never been packaged, so it's not been repackaged, it's not been rewritten, it's not been like revised or anything like that. There's like, it's not out there. Like, it's like I don't fit into any of these pre-existing boxes, and I'm just out here just floating, you know. And I know some of y'all feel me, and that's why I'm putting this out there because I want to talk about it, you know. The easiest way I can put it is just the fact that this world has like separated men from women, and then so men are able to do certain things and women are able to do certain things, and I can do things from pretty much both categories, and I can do them especially well. Like of course I cannot give birth, you know, but like as we know, we learn like sex and gender are two different things. You can look like a man and still be able, and think like a woman, but like I have both. I have both sides full on blast, loving it. It's freaking magical. So like I have the insights that a woman can get. Like sometimes I've had greater insight than some women, you know. So it's like I'm in. If I want to, I can be the manliest of men. I can get buff, huge, and aggressive, and quote unquote all the masculine things that you know a man is supposed to do. So like I get to I get to do whatever, you know, and I feel like that's a crime in today's. Now, scientifically, there's not much difference between the male brain and the female brain. Male brains tend to be bigger, but it's because the male body is bigger. But other than that, there are things within the female brain that compensates and makes it so that they're actually very much similar, you know. So there's that. But like, yeah, that segregation I think is hurting a lot of people. And I feel like people like me are here to bridge the gap. Like I can't be out here hating on women and I can't be out here hating on men because I am both. I am both and I am neither. I am all. So like I want both sides to get along, and I've had to like have my masculine side be comfortable in embracing the feminine side of me. The feminine side of me was really hard to embrace because I was taught that feminine was weak. I was thought that feminine was below men. I was like if I'm gonna just express feminine, then that means I'm a lesser person than I was when I was a man. Like that was like my internal battle that I had to fight. And I fought that battle internally, and I also fought it externally too because people would come to me like, oh, you're not. They would come to me like, oh, you're not manly anymore. You're ashamed of your manliness. I'm like, no, I'm not ashamed of my manliness. I'm just expressing all parts of me now. And it's a shame that because I'm being feminine, that y'all think I'm less than, that y'all think I'm crazy. Like, obviously, that means that a bunch of people in this world do see feminine as being below men. And I shared something in my story earlier today about like how the translation of the Bible even made it so that like Eve was seen to be like just a rib of Adam rather than them actually being equal. You know, like in the fact that women were taken out, women weren't allowed to read spiritual books. But even though they weren't allowed to read spiritual books and sacred texts and things like that, they were still accused of being witches. They still had like superpowers and we had premonitions, you know, and we're able to do all these things, and they would just had this allure to them that just men could not have access to. But I have access to both, you know, like, and it's fucking crazy. I feel like I have something that I'm not supposed to have, but that's what I've been To some people, it's literally forbidden knowledge. To some people, they felt that they needed to burn down libraries that were talking about people that were outside of the binary. You know, they legit try to do a whole genocide to get rid of people like me. But we are still here. That energy is still here. That water that flew through the ancestors, through the two spirited ancestors that were here before me, is still flowing through me, and it's loud and it's proud and it's strong and it's freaking magical. People don't know what to do with it. They don't know if they should love it, if they should hate it. I'm like, just be inspired by it. Like, I'm just being me, dog, and I'm inspiring all of you, whether you're masculine, feminine, man, woman, whatever you are. Just be you. Like, I mean, we use these labels still. We're still gonna have to use these labels, but just be you and have fun and love yourself and love others. Like, I'm you know, I thought I was going to get away from religion, but I'm a Christian at the end of the day. But I'm a whole different type of Christian, bro. And I am so fucking happy that the fucking Republicans are taking their nasty, dusty hands off of Jesus. They're finally saying, oh, Jesus is woke. Of course Jesus is woke. You really thought Jesus was about guns? You really thought Jesus was about capitalism? Jesus and capitalism do not mix. And if you think so, then you've never read a Bible in your whole life. The fact that so many people believe this was wild to me. People thought that Donald Trump was anointed by Jesus. Like, that just shows there's no critical thinking here. There's just blind, I don't know. But like, they're taking their hands off Jesus. Thank you. Give Jesus back to the people. Give Jesus back to his true followers, people that truly do follow what he says. You know, there's a beautiful song that I think you should check out. It's called like Jesus Was a Drag Queen, and I love that shit. When I listen to that song, dog, I cry. Like, tears flow down my eyes, because I was raised in a church that spewed a lot of hatred. And when you grow up with that hatred, it doesn't just affect, you know, the people that you're taught to hate, like gay people or trans people, you know, and in a lot of cases, black people, like freaking white Christianity, white Jesus has really fucked up the whole world. Look at colorism, things like that. But when you grow up with that hatred doesn't just go out. It goes into, it just circles like an infinite cycle within you. And you see so many people that are deconstructing from religion. They're dealing with like shame, guilt, and all these emotions that are very heavy. And a lot of times they don't have the tools for it. Luckily, I was gifted the tools in order to heal. I got the tool of yoga, meditation, breath work, nature, you know. I asked God and God gave, you know. When I came out of the closet, I thought that God had forsaken me, because that's what I was raised to believe. And then at that point, just hearing the name God would like trigger me. But then God showed me, held my hand. Jesus held my hand and let me know, like, I got you, bro. I got you. No matter what you go through, I got your back. No matter what, I got your back, over and over. And you don't even got to follow Jesus to follow me. You don't have to be religious to follow me. You don't have to, like, you can be atheist. I don't care. Whatever you do, like, as long as you're a good person, like, I don't care. Like, and if you worship differently, I would love to learn how you worship. I would love to learn about it. Like, that's one of the things I know in this life I've been encouraged to do is to honor other people's way of being and honor their religions, honor their taboos, honor their rituals. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And at the end of the day, I feel like it will bring us all together. That's the original tool of religion. But through capitalism, through colonization, religion got turned against us. It turned into a tool of separation. But at the end of the day, I think, I'm not sure if it's Ram Dass that says this, but we are all walking each other home. You know, so all these religions really do need to come together. And that's one of my goals. And that's the way of medicine that I carry, is to honestly to honor and to bring all the religions back together as one, because we are one.